The Riverside boys get a second half brace from Angel Aboitis to record a 3-1 win at Harvey on Thursday night in the side's annual renewal of the Battle of Paynesville. Not the greatest attacking performance in program history for the Beavers, to be sure, but a sign of development for the program in the sense that maybe 2 or 3 years ago, this was a situation in which maybe they struggle in the attack and they aren't able to see out a result. In this instance, they're able to push late for a couple of goals, get a 3-1 win, and get out of their 6-1-1, and the number one side in the News-Herald, top of the crop. I was hoping to see a little bit better from them as an overall performance here tonight, but to be able to see them see out a result, I think, is an encouraging sign for the program. The attack in the first half, they were trying some switches to exploit the width of midfield, and the passing was just too slow. There was no rhythm. The inventiveness just wasn't quite there with the service into the offensive third, and that's definitely something they need to work on going forward. The attack has certainly been on good form for most of this fall, being 6-1-1, being number one in the crop. They're on good form in the attack, and they're capable of that, but it just wasn't on display as much as I'm sure they would have liked in this match. The second half wasn't great either, and if we're being honest, even though they got a couple goals there late to win this match 3-1, as an overall body of work and the natural flow of attack, it just wasn't particularly encouraging there in the second half. It may be even more encouraging in the opening 40 than it was in the second half. I'm sure they'll work on that going forward. I like some of the things that they were doing. You know, Colton Priester's a good striker, has a nice work rate. I respect strikers who are willing to go through midfield and go to the edge of their defensive third in order to maximize their touches. Colton does that. They were doing some nice things with rotating people in their formation. They had Colin Shambaugh playing as an outside mid at one point and then floating back to center back. They were doing some decent things with their ball winning in midfield from time to time, but as an overall body of work in the natural flow of attack, they got to do better on big stages than they did tonight, and I'm sure they're very well aware of that. But nonetheless, being able, like I said, to see out a result is a sign of development for the program, to be sure. I was pleasantly surprised with Harvey coming in 1-4-1, struggling with injury. Finally tonight, with their first choice starting 11, they were able to put a nice spirited performance in, and I'm not so sure that 3-1 was a bit of a harsh scoreline on the Red Raiders here, especially given their second half attacking display. The midfield play was good. They had a good counterattack going in the opening 40. The second half midfield play, I should say, was particularly a highlight. I like what Mark Cardenas was doing for stretches in this match, spearheading the attack as a ball winner with pace through midfield, and he had a lovely strike there to equalize the match at 1-1 there in the opening minute of the second half. Lovely little one-touch left-footed strike inside the right post, side net. You're not going to see many better goals at the high school level. That was a really nice finish there from Cardenas to make it a 1-1 match. Hopefully once the Red Raiders are able to get rid of this injury bug, they can play a little bit better here and have a better showing for themselves. They had it for about, I'd say, about 20 to 25 minutes in this match, what they're probably capable of, and if they can put that together for a full 80, they're going to be a pretty decent team and a tough team on the opposite touchline here down the stretch. But again, Riverside wasn't at their best, but they're able to see it out. That's good to see. They had the nice win over North. They beat Kenston a week ago, which I was really encouraged by. I'm pleased to see Riverside playing overall as a season entity, some really good soccer here, and their winning form continues with a 3-1 victory over arch rival and crosstown rival Harvey on Thursday night.